Good afternoon, Well.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you. Can you explain the situation with Sergio Aguero? How fit is he?
Sergio is okay. He worked the whole week with the squad normally, so he doesn't have any problem.
How important a player is he going into a game like this against Liverpool?
It's very important. We know that Sergio is a top player. He's a player that it's very difficult for the other defenses to stop him. So, of course, it's very important for us.
How much have you missed him, and how much has his absence damaged, perhaps, what you've done in the Premier League this season?
Pardon?
How much have you missed him, and how much has his absence?
Well, you always miss an important player as Sergio Aguero, but I think that we had a lot of other players also injured during the year. And the squad, I think that I have a good answer about that. So we have a squad prepared not to depend just on one player.
And in terms of your squad, injury-wise, Yaya is okay?
All the squad is okay, except Nastasic, that he continues with pain in his knee.
How big a game is this on Sunday?
It's a very big game. It's a very important game. It's we play against the team that is at the top of the table in this moment. We play in their stadium. I think that Liverpool have made a wonderful season, so it's a very big game and a very difficult game.
Is this the biggest game of your time here in Manchester?
No. The biggest game is every week for me. It's not a game that will decide the title. It's a very important game, but we can beat Liverpool, and after, if we lose against Sunderland, West Bromwich, we are not going to win the title. So it's a very important game because we play the teams that are at the top of the table. But I think that this game is more important than next Wednesday. We are not going to win the title.
But this isn't a title decider, then?
No, I don't think that this decides the title. It's a very important game, but will not decide all of it.
How impressed, though, have you been with Liverpool, and in particular Luis Suarez?
I think that they have first of all, they have a very good team, very good team with a very important player, and with these important players, of course, Luis Suarez had a very special season, because he scored, not only he has scored a lot of goals, but he also played a lot for the team also. I think he's a very important player, he's in his best moment.
And the focus is always on the strikers and goal scorers, but how important on Sunday are the defence? Could the game be won by the defence rather than the strikers?
I never divide the team. I think that we are a team. We are 11 players, and the 11 players must know how to defend, and the 11 players must know how to attack. So I don't divide in attacking and defense. I think that both teams had scored a lot of goals during the season, but both teams also, if we are with Liverpool at the top of the table with Chelsea also, it's because we also know how to defend.
Your players know how to win a title, his players don't. How important is that, Manuel?
No, I think the pressure is exactly the same for both teams.
Really?
And for Chelsea also, for the three teams.
And after you left Real Madrid, did you talk to Liverpool about perhaps becoming their manager?
Yes, after I finished with Real Madrid, I had some conversations with Liverpool.
How close?
It's past. No, we're in the future.
I take it there's no regrets over that then, Manuel?
There's not what?
No regrets about not taking the opportunity to manage Liverpool?
No regret at the moment, because I have now, I now have the chance to manage Manchester City, so no regret about that.
At the start of the season, when you came to English football, did you expect Liverpool to be a title challenger for Manchester City?
I think that always, it's not only for Manchester City, for all the teams. I think that always big teams have chances to win the title, and Liverpool is a big team, I repeat, with very good players and with a good manager. So when we started the season, I was sure that Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, all the big teams will be fighting for the title from the beginning. But for me, it's not a surprise.
I understand when you say that this game won't decide the title, but how big a bearing will it have on the race with so few games left? Will it mean that the team who wins are in charge of the title race almost?
Of course, that the team that wins this game has more chances to win the title because because the team that wins will have 3 points more. But if you think that with this you finish the Premier League, I think it's a mistake. Maybe we can beat Liverpool and we will be still 1 point behind them and behind Chelsea also. After must play Chelsea with Liverpool, so there's a lot of another chances to continue fighting, because I repeat, I think that this year the title will decide just 1 point at the end of the season.
Just 1 point will decide the title. You think that's all that will be in it? You expect it to come down to the final day? Is that what you mean?
I think that the three, maybe Arsenal at this moment has less chances, but I think that the three teams will fight for the title till the last game.
Will you try and keep your players focused? It'll be a very emotional day at Anfield. Is that something that you've thought about?
Yes, of course. I think it will be a very emotional day, but I think that the team that has the cold mind will win the game. I think it's very easy in these big games to have the motivation, but also it's very important to manage the anxiety. I think that's very important for all the players.
You mentioned that yourselves, Chelsea, Liverpool all have the same pressure, but is it not a help for Liverpool that nobody expected them to be where they are now? You're expected to win the league. Is that not more pressure on you, surely?
I don't think so about that. I think that every manager or every team that has a big players and spend money to win the title, I think that they have the same pressure every year. I can't believe that so important club as Liverpool, his manager has no pressure to win the title. I think that everyone who manages Liverpool has that pressure.
You mentioned Suarez and what a fine player he is, of course, but Sturridge, former City player, how impressed have you been with his contribution?
I said before Suarez that Liverpool has a very good team with very good players. Not only Suarez and Sturridge. I think that Coutinho is playing very well, that Gerrard is playing very well, that all the teams playing very well, because if not, they are not at the top of the table.
Just a word about Sergio, because you have him back now at this key point in the season. Is there any worries about him being match rusty, or do you think he's going to be fresh now? Is it a very positive thing having him now at this stage?
No, I think that for the team and for the player, it's always better not to be injured. I don't think that he will be fresh at the end of the season, because we manage so all the players can be arrived to the end of the season in a good shape. I think for every player, it's not good to stop playing for about 2 months. So we must be careful in the way he come back to the team. But I repeat, it's a very important player for the team.
Manuel, given the situation in the table, you've got 2 games in hand. Is a draw an acceptable result to you?
No. We are not going to play at Anfield trying to draw. That's the most important thing. If after the game we cannot win, of course it's better to draw than to lose the game. It's really we have 2 games in hand, but we don't have 6 points. We have to play those 2 games. That's why I started saying here that's very important to win Liverpool. But if we think that winning Liverpool we will win the Premier League, I don't think so, because after in Sunday we have to play on Wednesday against Sunderland, that is in a relegated position, and I think that those teams are so difficult as Liverpool.
Okay, on Matej Nastasic, how much longer are you expecting him to be unavailable for?
About Nastasic?
Yes.
It's very difficult because the doctor cannot find what happened with him. We made a lot of different things with him, but he continued with pain. So I don't know how many days he will continue with that pain.
There's a report this week as well about Michael Richards suggesting he might leave the club in this summer. Can you comment on that?
All those things, I think we can speak about that at the end of the season.